Real Madrid has beaten Manchester City 3-1 with an outstanding performance of Kylian Mbappe's hat trick. And I have to say, as a Barcelona fan, as a lifelong die-hard Barcelona fan, this is exactly what I feared when they signed him. This is exactly what I didn't want to see when he was struggling. Because a Kylian Mbappe, a world-class Kylian Mbappe for Real Madrid make things so much easier and make things go so much smoother. Today, Vinicius Jr. didn't have a great game. Jude Bellingham, pretty normal game. Real Madrid didn't have to play their best game, but an outstanding performance, a World Cup 2022 Kylian Mbappe was on the stadium today, and tonight, boy, did it show. And if Real Madrid can play with the Kylian Mbappe playing like this, the world have to get ready. Oh boy, the world has to get ready because Real Madrid, like I said, didn't play the great game today, and they were able to beat Manchester City, all via being Manchester City that has not won a game, an important game in a long time. In the last 3 months, they just been on a huge downfall. But it does not matter. Let's give Real Madrid credit. Haaland had, scored 2 goals in the first leg. Manchester City was kind of surprisingly found themselves in the first leg winning 2-1, and Real Madrid was still able to pull off a win 3-2. And then today there was absolutely no chance for Manchester City in this game, and nothing really surprised me in particularly about this game because Manchester City is just a terrible team in transition. And if you're a terrible team in transition and you have Vinicius Jr., you have Kylian Mbappe, you have Rodrigo, it's just overwhelming. And Real Madrid was suffocating Manchester City. They found the first goal. It was a long pass from Asensio. We need to put a parenthesis on Asensio because apparently the entire world knew about him except for his coach, Carlo Ancelotti, and he had to be forced into the lineup when Rudiger got injured, when Alaba is injured, and there's so many injuries, right? So at the end of the day, this kid, and this is what blows my mind as a Barcelona fan, it seems like we have to choose a side. It has to be Cubarsi or Asensio. And obviously, to me, I am biased and I'm going to say it. Cubarsi is much better than Asensio. He's more clinical. He's smarter than he is. But Asensio is a great, great defensive player. And I think Spain has found themselves with two CBs for a long, long time. And I do think Asensio, what I do not like about him is too aggressive. He's very aggressive. He's prone to make too many penalties and mistakes, but he's very confident. And I do love what he does on the field. And what a pass he gave to Kylian Mbappe when it was a long, long pass, right? And he puts it over the top of the defense. Ruben tried to hit it, and he missed, and next thing you know, you're on the ground. He sell out. He sell out. Why do you do that, bro? You gotta keep running with your man instead of trying to hit it, and you're running backwards and you try to jump and hit the ball, and then you just hit the ground. And next thing you know, he's on the ground, Mbappe by himself, and without even thinking about it, he lobs it over the top of Ederson, who came in. He doubted himself. He didn't know if it stay or goes, and that's one of the problems with him and this high line. And a world-class definition by a world-class striker, Kylian Mbappe. And you know why I love this goal so much is because this ball hit the net before it hit the ground. And usually when strikers are trying to lob it over the top, you'll see the ball hit the ground and bounce into the net. And in this case, Mbappe it was so much power and so much accuracy. The ball hits the net, bro. It hits the net before it even hits the ground. And to me, that was my favorite thing about this goal. Mbappe has been criticized very heavily because everything is expected of him. And when so much is expected of you, you are going to be criticized like it, because too much is given, too much is asked, right? Because we ask so much for Kylian Mbappe, and he absolutely just cooked the entire Manchester City defense. I definitely think that Kylian Mbappe from the World Cup, that we all thought he had lost the step. We thought he had lost the step, and it was normal to even think that because he hasn't been playing with that kind of confidence, with that kind of sauce, with that kind of attitude. And now, ever since he did an interview a couple of weeks ago, he just seems to be on another level. He has been scoring goals, but he never looked like this. And the fact that he scored a hat trick when he hasn't been playing, we didn't even score any penalty kicks, didn't even score any tap-ins. Every single goal, and we're gonna talk about every single one of them. But one thing I want to say real quick before I forget: this is the best defense I've seen Real Madrid play all year. And it starts with Fede Valverde on the right. But here we go again. Ancelotti, after the game, he said that he thinks that Lucas Vasquez is coming back on the right, and that he loves what Valverde is doing, that he's playing great, but he's going to put him back into the lineup. And this is what I'm talking about. Real Madrid is beating themselves. It's so comical and it's so funny to see, and they're just in complete, utter stupidity. I don't even know how to say it. Don't even know how to explain it. But I think today the getting Rudiger back was huge. Rudiger, Asensio, and on the left side, I mean, Guardiola didn't exploit Mendy. Mendy is just not a Real Madrid type of player. And to me, Fran Garcia is better on the left, but I I digress. Manchester City just dies with the high line, and Ruben Diaz, Kusanov, Akanji, they don't know how to play together. They don't know how to play as a line. They don't know how to play. They don't know what to do as a teamwork. Guardiola was absolutely cooked today. I don't know. Mbappe took him and sent him to the bench. He absolutely cooked him. The way he just came flying down on that second goal, and Mbappe just waits for it when he receives the ball from Rodrigo, and just kind of waits on Guardiola. He just obviously, Mbappe knew what you were going to do. He read your mark, and he waited for you to come in flying, and then he cuts inside, and it just vintage Kylian Mbappe, just world-class player again one more time. Mbappe could have scored 5 goals today, honestly. He had 2-3 chances where he could have been a little bit more selfish. He decided to pass. He decided to give the ball to Rodrigo, decided to give the ball to Vinicius Jr., and honestly, I don't really blame him. He had a hat trick. So what else do you want to do? What else are you gonna do? And then the game is basically 2-0. Manchester City is not doing anything. They pretty much given up on this game. And all of a sudden, on the minute 61, Mbappe is on the right. And this is what I've been saying time and time and time again. Go look at my videos. Go look at my channel. Follow me if you haven't. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers. I appreciate the likes, if you will. But this is what I'm saying. Why don't you move around? This is exactly what I said in the last game where they didn't play well. Move around. Try to find different ways to attack. Put Rodrigo on the left. Put Vinicius in the middle. Put Mbappe on the right. Mbappe was on the right. He finds a ball from Valverde, and he cuts to the right, cuts inside, beats his man in the front, and oh my God, what a world-class definition. What a world-class strike from outside the box with the left foot. Somebody please tell me, isn't Mbappe right foot? I couldn't tell, because he just, what a goal with your left. A lefty, bro. Really? You're going to be scoring like this for years to come with the right and the left, we're absolutely cooked. And this is why I'm saying Barcelona needs a world-class striker. It makes your offense so much smoother, so much easier to attack, and so much better. Barcelona has the best wingers, but doesn't have a striker that can make runs, doesn't have a striker that can play like Kylian Mbappe, and this is why I'm saying that Lewandowski is just too slow. He's just slow. He lost the step. He's not. We're not gonna get that step back. Before Barcelona signs Lewandowski, I want them to take a look at what Real Madrid is doing with so much attack, and they don't have to even play their best. If they have one of their players just play their best, they are going to have nights like this. Now, back to Guardiola. I want to say this before at the end of this video. Guardiola has a huge fault for losing this game, and this is what I said on the first leg too. On the first leg, when they're playing at home, Etihad, they have their best players, Haaland, De Bruyne, and what do? They see Marmoush, they see Kusanov, and they play them to start when they're playing away. Your role players are always going to play better at home than they're gonna do away, and you do the exact opposite. You put the role players to starting on the away game, and you bench them on the home game. What are we doing? What are you doing, Guardiola? What's going on? Somebody please in the comments explain to me why Guardiola is doing something as stupid as putting it in reverse per se. Anyways, I am not happy about this Real Madrid win. I am not happy of the way they beat Manchester City. I am not happy about the way PSG has won their game. But let's not forget and let's not be prisoners of the moment. The best teams in this Champions League are still Liverpool and FC Barcelona. The best offense in the world still Barcelona, Hansi Flick. Let's not forget, because Barcelona and Liverpool are not playing, let's not forget about them. And all of a sudden, we are going to have a draw on Friday, and I'm so excited. Who do you guys want? Do you guys want Benfica or do you guys want PSG? I personally want PSG, believe it or not, because I want to get revenge on Dembele. I want to see him suffer. We are on a revenge tour, and this is exactly what I want. This is it for me today. Please subscribe. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Visca el Barça.